don't like it, you don't have to go on Facebook. Wow, I'm telling you, true story. And you know what Aaron did? Not my son Aaron, but Aaron Olsen from Minnesota. He sued his uncle.
Wow.
Wow, exactly. He sued his uncle and says, no, I told you to take that picture off of me. It's not a good picture. And since you don't want to do it, I have to do what I have to do. He sued. He didn't win. The court upheld it. In the sense that, no, your uncle or your friends could leave that picture up there because it did not hurt your privacy. It's out there. It did not substantially hurt your privacy. It's not a security issue. So that's what it's all about. Let me ask you guys a very, very quick question. Do you think Aaron and his uncle are friends?
No.
Are they blocking each other?
Yeah.
No more friends. No more friends. So I'm going to ask you guys a very, very simple question. Very, very simple question. You belong in families. Some of you have boyfriends, girlfriends. Some of you are married. Newlyweds as well too. Isn't it hard sometimes when you think about it? And you're in basketball teams, you're in your volleyball team, you're in all these teams. But why is it so hard that the people close to you, the people that should be covering your back, why is it so hard to get along? So today we're going to talk about love. Take your pen. Nice and loud. Message series. Read it with me. All you need is love. Blank feud. What do you guys think?
Family feud.
Yes, family feud. Why can't we just get along? Why can't we just get along? Please read Galatians 5:13 to 15. Nice and loud. You, my brothers, if you keep on fighting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. Take your pen. You, my brothers, circle the word brothers. Everyone say brothers.
Brothers.
If you keep on, watch these actions, if you keep on fighting, underline fighting, what's the next action?
Devouring.
Underline that, each other. Watch out. That means be careful or you will be what? Destroyed. Underline that by each other. Let me have your attention. Let me have your attention, please. No, this guy that's writing right now, we just read, his name is Paul, he goes like this. He's talking to the church and you brothers. Not this guy. He said, I can't believe it. This is the church. He goes, you brothers, your sisters, this is my family. Why are you guys fighting and devouring each other? Are they liberal? No, they're not being liberal. He's basically comparing this. He's saying, I can't believe it. You guys should be getting along. This is family. This is family. And you guys are like acting like wild animals, fighting, beating each other up, devouring each other, destroying each other. As you guys are very, very follow question, easy one. You guys having trouble at home with relationships? Maybe not an uncle, maybe a mom, dad, maybe it's siblings, maybe it's boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe it's husbands and wives. And I know that you're not literally devouring each other, but are you guys getting along? And why is it that we're not getting along? Why can't we get along? Don't you want to get along? Who's having issues? You don't have to raise your hand. You know in your heart who's having issues. You can raise your hand once. You don't have to be shy. If you're having issues and you're not getting along, and this word family is inclusive of co-workers. You spend so much time with co-workers at work. You spend so much time with each other as warriors in basketball, in volleyball. You spend so much time with people that you love, but you can't get along. I'm going to tell you why. There are three things. It starts with one thing, and you're going to have this division. There are three things that we're doing wrong. If you find that you are having issues with those that you should be loving, and you're not getting along, it's because you have violated three of these actions. And then today I'm going to show you how to overcome that. Are we cool? Let's go. Take a pen. Here's the principle that Jesus asks us to do. Commit to love all people. Commit to love all people. Please read 1 John. Nice and loud. If anyone says, I love God, yet hates his brother, he is a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, who has not seen. And he has given us this command. Whoever loves God must also love his brother. Okay, take this. If anyone, this is Jesus talking now, he's speaking to us. His words are timeless. These are truths. He says, if anyone says, I love God, underline, I love God. Everyone say, I love God.
I love God.
Liar. Hogwash. Hogwash. Now, here's what Jesus says. If you say that, okay, great, good stuff. But yet hates his brother. Underline hates his brother. What does Jesus call that person?
Liar.
It's not my word. I won't call you a liar. Definitely not. But that's Jesus' stand. He says that you love God sure you love your family, make sure you love your friends, make sure you love your brother. But if you don't do that, something's wrong. Go all the way to the end, because whoever loves God must also love his brother. So go love his brother. Let me have attention. You know that's the hardest thing to do, I think. Would you agree with me? Maybe the second hardest thing. Next week's the hardest. Next week I'll show you what's the hardest thing to do about love. Today is the second hardest. I think the second hardest is to love your family. Those two are closest to you. When I use the word family, I'm not talking about just brothers, sisters. I'm using it in the broadest general sense. Those who are closest to you, that should be your family, your extended family, your informal family. Do you agree? Hardest, right? It's the hardest. It tests you. It tests you so much. I'm going to show you a short video very soon. But I got a quick question. Quick question. The letter A. Okay, think of the letter A. I'm going to ask you, volleyball guys, ladies, and the praise team. I'm going to put the two right now together. Name a country that starts with the letter A.
Asia.
Okay, who said that from the volleyball team? Asia. Who?
It's a continent.
Wait. Wait. Dan, what did you say? No?
He said Argentina.
Oh, no. Okay. Asia. I got Asia. Can I see the board, please? Of the 100 people who are polled, how many said Asia? I don't know. Not yet. Cool. It's totally cool.
Nothing else.
I'm going to the praise team right now. Give me 5 seconds. Algeria, is that the country? Starts with letter A? Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring the b-ball guys in right now. Give me a country that starts with a letter A other than America.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Do you guys agree? B-ball? All right. I'm going to bring back the b-ball. Give me one b-ball. We've got 5 seconds. 1, 2.
Argentina.
Argentina. Okay, praise team. Let's go. Albania. Okay, b-ball guys. Give me one. Real quick. Give me one. 5 seconds. Angola. Ooh. How come only Jordan's speaking? Let's go. Next. Volleyball. Last one. Alaska. Yeah. Lights, please. Let's go. Lights, please. You guys are hilarious.
Australia's a country.
Yeah.
Besides America, tell me a country that starts with the letter A. 3 seconds. 3 strikes from
Why am I on the show?
over here, the Lincoln family. Has a chance to steal a city in the sun.
Australia.
Australia.
Over here, the Lincoln family. Has a chance to steal a city in the sun. All right, we got 3 answers left there on the board. Only one is up there, besides America, a country that starts with the letter A. Your answer, sir?
I'm gonna go, I think we all decided on the place that I'd like to go, which is, I can't think. Yeah, it was Amsterdam.
He stalled.
Oh,
It was Amsterdam.
That's
He said Amsterdam. He said that's somewhere I want to go.
like you want.
That's the first one that came to his mind.
Yeah, it was Amsterdam. It was Amsterdam. You may want to go there sooner than you think. Amsterdam to steal. Country that starts with the letter A, number 1. Australia. I heard it over there, number 3. Austria, number 4.
All right, clap it up. It's okay. Let's go. I want to tell you guys something. If you ever watch this and you just watch a very short clip, and the guy that gave the wrong answer, you have to name a country that starts with letter A, and two of his team members, two of the guys from his family goes like this. What's one? Afghanistan. The other? Australia. And then he goes, Amsterdam. That's the city, right? And then he goes like, oh, we all agree Amsterdam. And then they lost big money. But you want to know something? If you've seen this, they did not break any of those three things. I'm going to show you three things. So easily, you're going to point fingers. I don't want to say someone from the volleyball team. I don't want to point fingers, but they was like, oh, you said that. Ooh, ooh. And then what happens? So I'm going to show you something. You have amazing relationships. You guys have amazing relationships with each other. You guys have amazing relationships, supposedly, with your family members. Those are the closest to you. But time and time again, when we're under this type of stress, we fall back to three things. And when we fall back to those three things, relationships are broken, you're depressed, you're sad, and you go like, why? I'm going to tell you why. Take a pen. Let's go. What causes division between loved ones? What causes division between loved ones? Number one, very simple, it's distraction. Please read Luke 10, 38 to 40, nice and loud. This is going to be a story from Jesus from the book of Luke. As Jesus and his disciples paused time out, read it with me, nice and loud, everyone. Luke 10, 38 to 40. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. Take your pen, please. Watch, follow me. I'm going to give you the first. This is how it starts. If you miss this point, everything's going to get lost. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village. There was a woman. What's her name? What did she do? She opened her home to Jesus. She had a sister. What's her name? Mary. What was she doing? She sat at the Lord's feet. What was Mary doing? Underline listening. But Martha was what? Distracted. Circle the word distracted. By all the preparations that had to be made. Let me get attention, please. This is a story. It's a beautiful story. From this single story, there's only a few verses. It's going to show you the dynamics. There are three things that happen that causes a family dysfunction. There are three things that's going to happen, and automatically you're going to look around and say, man, I can't believe this is not a home anymore, and I'm having issues. And she made the first point. What was the word that I have you circle? Right there. Right there. You're distracted. Here's what's happening. Martha is the oldest sister. And Martha goes like this. Jesus was coming through the town. And Martha knew. And she says, Jesus, I want you to come. Come to my home. I'm going to open up my home. I'm going to feed you lunch. We're going to have a great time. You can share the word with me. You're my guest. I want you to come. And what did the Bible say? She was what? She was distracted. What does that mean, that she's distracted? To get that, fill this in. To be distracted means that you forgot what is most important. That's what distraction is. Fill that in. You forgot what is most important. And let me give attention right now. Isn't that true? See, when you're distracted, that means you just got a little confused. You did not focus on the big issue. You know, a lot of times we say, see the big picture, right? You hear people say, look at the big picture. Don't lose focus. So when you hear people that talk to you like that, say, you're missing the point. That means you just got distracted, you just got confused. You basically come down to this one thing. You forgot what's most important. You forgot what is most important in that relationship. You know, when husbands and wives, when they're not doing well, when you know what's happening, they got distracted. They forgot what is most important. You know, when teammates, be it volleyball, basketball, whatever sports, and they have issues, they should be covering each other's back, but instead they get distracted because they forgot what's the most important. Just like boyfriend and girlfriends. All relationships, co-workers as well too. The very second you get distracted, that means you forgot what is most important. Watch this, I'm going to prove it to you. Husband and wife, that relationship is most dear, right? The second they start to look at the child, let's say they have a child. They just lost focus on their relationship. You get that? They allow the child, as good as a child should be, to come in between them. Then you're going to have divorces. You're going to have issues. Things are going to go off. Because they forgot what is most important. Just like boyfriends and girlfriends, when they go out. Well, where should we be going? And then they're looking at the activity. What should we be eating? What should we be doing? Doing. It's all about the doing. Where are we going? And then they forget what's the most important part is the relationship. All of a sudden, it's just activity. And when you're just focusing just on just the activity, you forgot the person. So you forget what's most important. And this is the first thing that's going to happen. You got distracted. And Martha, the story, the older sister got distracted. She has Jesus in her house. And she says, I'm going to open my home. I'm going to ask Jesus to come. What is most important? Who's the most important person? She wanted Jesus to come. That is most important, right? And then what is happening? She got distracted because what? I got to make some bread. I got to get the fire going. I got to get all these things going on. So she got distracted with the bigger picture. So that's the first mistake that we all make. We all make this in all of our relationships. If you're having issues right now in any relationship, be it a marriage, be it in a relationship with boyfriend, girlfriends, you have any issues like with co-workers, with your teammates, you've just lost focus. You lost the bigger picture. You forgot what is most important. And the most important, it is that relationship. But instead of looking at that relationship, you got distracted and you're looking at things. You're looking at things that are important, but not as important as the relationship. You have elevated a set of activities above the relationship, just like Christian co-workers. For those of you who are in ministry, if all we're looking at is just the little, it's the things that we have to do, and you've forgot about the big picture of relationships, of working with one another, of having Jesus in our lives, then it's very, very dry. It's within your teams. If you're looking for it, just let's get this drill perfect, let's get this time, and you forgot the bigger picture that you have to work with people. That these people are dear to you, and they should be dear to you. But you just forgot the most important part. Every time you get distracted, you are losing focus on the big picture. The big picture is you forgot what is the most important. And what's most important are the people. Are we cool? Now watch this. Because you are distracted, your second natural response is go like this. One finger. Let's just prove it. Let's just prove it right now. Let's just prove it right here. They did it right. Oh, let's go. It's fine. Amsterdam. I know the wrong answer, but I'm not going to call you out right now. You see what I'm saying? That is the perfect, ideal response. You cover each other's back. That's a family. That's a relationship. They knew what was important. They knew that wasn't about winning $200, get final round. They knew, you know what? I gotta live with this guy. We're brothers. We gotta go through this. It's okay. We can do this. But instead, your natural response, because you forgot what is most important, you're gonna start to point fingers. Get your pen. After distraction, your natural response is destruction. Because you point fingers. Put that down. Don't tell me you don't. We just witnessed it. Please read Luke 10:40, nice and loud. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister left me to do the work by myself? Wow, okay. Take your pen. This is Martha now, the oldest sister. She came to Jesus. And here's how she pointed fingers. And she asked, Lord, don't you care? Circle, don't you care? That my sister has left me. Circle, has left me. To do the work by myself. Circle, by myself. Tell her to help me. Let me have your attention. How many fingers did she point? Many. Yes. I love it. Good answer. Come on. You gotta listen. No love. What were you thinking of? 1, 2, many. Good answer. She pointed multiple fingers. She pointed the first finger. She pointed at Jesus. Of all the people, he Here's the person. Martha goes, the older sister goes, I want Jesus, I want you to come to my home. I'm going to open it up. Hospitality. We're going to sit back, relax, chill, get the glass of wine. Get a little pizza going on. We're cool. It's going to be a really nice day. And we're just going to enjoy each other's company and learn. And then now she's what? She got distracted. It all starts with letter D. Division comes because you're distracted of what's most important. And the destruction comes. How do you destroy a relationship? Like this. Every time you go like this, I don't want to do it into your face, I'm going to go like this. Every time you go like this, you're destroying a relationship. And it's your very natural response. Martha just pointed her finger at Jesus. She said, don't you care? Of course I care. What are you talking about? Of course I do care. But she just pointed. He goes, my sister left me. How dare she? I had to do all the work by myself. No one else, not just my sister. Everyone just sitting there chilling with you. And I'm here scrubbing, getting the fire. I'm doing all the work. She's just pointing fingers. Every time you point fingers at your teammate, every time you point your fingers at your father and mother, every time you point your fingers at your fellow siblings, every time you point your fingers at your minister, every time you point your finger at someone, you just destroy that relationship. And that's what we read. We said, stop devouring, stop eating, stop biting on each other. He said, I'm not doing this literally, no, but you are when you go like this. You did this, you did this, you did this, you did this, because you lost focus. That relationship is no longer important to you. You're acting out in a very negative way. And that relationship will continue to spiral and go down and be destroyed and divided. All because you were distracted. You forgot what was most important. And then now you're acting out a very natural way. And we shouldn't do that. You want to know something? I shared this with some of our leaders. Of my relationship with my brother, I have a younger brother, Steve. I cannot remember I've ever had an argument with my brother. Seriously speaking. I try to think back through all these years. I know I'm only 25, but still. So I'm going back and back and back in time. You're 25? Yeah. All right. Move on. But I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys, my brother Steve and I, of all the years that we're together, he has never pointed his finger at me. Not once. I've never had to point my finger at my brother once. And I think, you know why that happens? Because we never got distracted. Seriously speaking. If you're never distracted, you don't take the second step. I treasure my relationship with my brother so dear ever since I was young. Very, very young. I still remember that when he was about 11, 12 years old, when he got his first job, just delivering newspaper. I didn't know, I got no money. That was his first job. He made sure that, if he buys something to eat, he'll always get me something. And we're like 11, 12 years old. We never argued. We never argued over anything. Because we never got distracted. That he's my brother. And I'm his brother as well, too. So if you don't get distracted, you're okay. But the second we get distracted, we're pointing fingers. And that's going to hurt. Watch this now. Watch this. Number 3. After you get distracted, you're going to destroy. And then after you're destroyed by pointing fingers, there's the third, number 3. You're going to be disillusioned. You're going to be disillusioned. Please read Luke 10:41 nice and loud. Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things. This is Jesus talking to Martha, the older sister right now. This is Jesus' response. Jesus goes like this, Martha, Martha. Everyone say, watch. Everyone go, Martha, Martha. Martha, Martha. You got it? Jesus was very kind and compassionate. Jesus goes, Martha, Martha. No, he goes, no, that was not that. You got to go like this, you got to go like this. Martha, Martha. Continue. The Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things. Do you think? You are worried, underline worry. And upset, underline upset about many things. You know when you become disillusioned, let me have your attention before I complete this feeling, because you know and I know this. You know it absolutely well. It's the worst thing that could happen. You're distracted, The relationship is the most important part in your life. The person is the most important part in your life. But instead of focusing on the person, we got distracted, we're looking at things, and we're upset about all these things. So once you get distracted, then you're going to start to destroy by pointing fingers. And the second you start pointing fingers, relationships will fracture already. And the best thing that you can do is try to fix it, but you don't fix it, you go like this. You're disillusioned. The disillusion means you're disenchanted, you're not happy. You're far from being happy. And then watch this, you start to play the victim. That's the feeling. You play the victim. You play the victim. That's your feeling. Let me have your attention. Watch this. So the person, who's the person? Martha is pointing the fingers, right? And she's the one that is the victim. Do you believe that? She's the one that caused this issue. Everything was chill, everything was cool in her house. They're supposed to have a great time. And she's the one that's pointing the fingers and destroying this relationship. And now she's playing the victim because she's saying, and Jesus noticed it. You're upset. You're worried about all these little things. And she's saying, poor me. That's what Martha's saying. I'm the victim here. And you're like, if you're the spectator, you're looking at this, you say, I can't believe this. I can't believe Martha will feel this way. She's the one that is starting to destroy this relationship with her sister. Is it true, yes or no? By pointing fingers. Now she's all worried about these things. She's like, look at this. All these things I have to do. I can't do this by myself. Tell her to help me. You don't care. She's the victim. Because you're so distracted. You forget that what you're doing, you're hurting the people. You don't notice that. That your action is actually hurting somebody, and now you flip it around, and you say, they're hurting me. Could you understand now why relationships that's supposed to be so dear are fractured? Do you guys get it now? You see it? You're going, she's the one, he's the one, but actually, you're the one. And there's no responsibility for that. Amazing. No, there's this story, true story. This young girl, her name is Savannah. She's 9 years old. I don't know if you heard this story. Her stepmother who's about 27 years old, made this 9-year-old girl run in the backyard. Laps and laps and laps for 3 hours. For 3 hours. You're going to say, hey, Mr. Kenny, why did the stepmother tell this daughter, her stepdaughter, run for 3 hours? And the grandmother was there too, because she was punishing her child. The stepmother was punishing this child, this 9-year-old, his name was Savannah, because this girl, 9-year-old, took a piece of chocolate and ate it. And then when the stepmother said, did you eat that piece of chocolate? And the young girl lied. She says, no, I didn't take it. She did lie. And the stepmother found out, and said, you're lying. So she, as a punishment, the stepmother told Savannah, only 9 years old, to run laps. And she died. After 3 hours of running, from 6:30 in the late afternoon, this young girl, 9 years old, passed away. She had seizure. See, when you're running, continuously running for 3 hours, with the stepmother and the grandmother saying, run, 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 and this poor girl running laps for 3 hours, her sodium level went down. So much that when you're low in sodium, physically your body's shut down, you're going to experience seizure, you're dehydrated, and she died from her seizure. The stepmother lost it. She lost focus on the big thing. The little girl took a piece of candy and she lied. I mean, come on. Come on. Get serious. Are you guys getting it? Let's get serious. Where's that relationship? Where's that love? Where's that guardianship? That's your child, although you're the stepmother. The father, the actual biological father, was in another continent. He works for the State Department. And when he heard that, He literally had to take 8 flights to transfer, 8 flights to come back home. And he was devastated. It is unbelievable how we're just so distracted that we're going to start to destroy relationships. And the stepmother admits no wrong. Get that. The stepmother admits no wrong. She retained a defense attorney. She's not admitting any guilt for the death of that child. The prosecutors are prosecuting. In these families, you wonder what's happening. But yes, that may be thousands and thousands of miles away. But think about your relationship, think about my relationships, think about all your relationships. Are we running around in that backyard time and time again, just hurting each other, and we're going crazy? So I promised you one thing, right, today? I said I gave you 3 things. I gave you 3 things. If you lose focus, and you get distracted of what's most important, you are starting to divide your family. The second thing is you're going to start to destroy your family by pointing fingers. And you're going to be disillusioned because you're sad. It's like, oh man, the whole world's against me. But I promise you one thing. Here's how you get over this. Let's go. Last one. It's depletion. Please read Luke 10:41 nice aloud. But only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. This is Jesus answering. Please read Luke 10:41, the part above that, so we can tie it in and finish today. Nice and loud. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered. You are worried and upset about many things. And then Jesus goes, continue. But only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Take that pen. But only one thing, circle one thing, is needed. Underline is needed. Mary has chosen what is better. Underline chosen what is better. And Jesus said, and it will not be taken away from her. Let me have attention. Jesus goes, you're upset. You're not happy. You're stressed out. You're distracted and you're pointing fingers and you're totally stressed out. And you want me to tell your sister to come and help you? That's what Jesus is saying. And what did Jesus say? Only one thing. I want to say one thing. Only one thing is needed. Wow. I want to say wow. Wow. Only one thing. Not many things. You don't have to remember many things. You want to fix your relationships? All relationships. There's only one thing you need to do, and that's what Jesus said. So Jesus recognized the whole thing. Jesus recognized that you are upset. Jesus recognized that you are disenchanted. Jesus said, no, understand you're totally stressed out because you forgot and you lost focus. And Jesus goes, I have to bring you back to this one thing. All you need to just do this one thing, and then it will be fine. And then Jesus goes like this. Jesus points out to Mary. She made the right choice. She knows what's needed. And I'm not going to tell her to stop. What is Jesus saying? You notice this? Catch this, catch this. Let me have a chance to catch this. Did you hear a single word from Mary? Did you hear a single word? That's Luke, right? What was Mary's reaction? Did Mary say, oh, you can't say that about me. How about you? You did the same. I washed the dishes last night. You didn't go grocery shopping. No, why is it always me? Just because you're the oldest one, you're the control freak. You're always perfect. Mom always says that. Zilch. Nada. Not a word from Mary. She was sitting, just listening to the Lord. You know what you need when you're stressed out, the family's not going well, relationships not going well, husbands and wives are having issues. Only one thing is needed. You need quality time. That's your feeling. You need quality time. QT. Everyone say QT.
QT.
You guys know what QT is, right?
QT pie.
You need some quality time with Jesus. Did I make that up? Let's finish today. Did I make that up? Isn't that what Jesus said? Isn't that what Jesus said? That's his prescription. That's his prescription. Let me finish with the story. Or let me finish with this question here. You know, every time you act out, every time there's issue, the people that you should love the most and you're not loving, Jesus says this very simply. You need to spend some time with me. You need to spend some time, some quality time. Quality time is simply this. Stop what you're doing. Relax. Chill. I'm not talking about just, oh, I gotta read the Bible, 5 minutes, I'm gonna move on, I'm done. That's not quality time. Quality time is just chill and say, you know what, I really need some help. Quality time is like going to a doctor. If you have a broken foot, you better go check a doctor out. No, reports come, you need to check certain part of your body out. You do. So it's the same thing with relationships. You know you have relationship issues. It's fracture. Then just like a doctor, you go to a doctor, well, you gotta open God's word and say, Lord, I'm just gonna need some quality time with you and just figure something out. Now you're ready. And by God's word, by Jesus' word, when you start to read His word, something happens to you, supernaturally, miraculously. You're going to start to go, okay. I refocus. See, because you got distracted. That's why all this is happening. So when you start to refocus in God's love, then God's love comes back into your heart. And you go like this, you're going to have this aha wow moment. You're going to go, you're right. I was distracted. I was just looking at things and I forgot about people. And then all of a sudden, things start to get a little smoother. I'm going to ask you guys, name me the top song for 2011. Top song for 2011, does anyone know?
Jesus Loves Me.
By Adele?
Look at me now.
Someone like you?
The other one?
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling
Rolling in.
Someone name me the top song for 2010? 2010?
Look at me now.
Anybody? Keisha? TikTok? Anyone? Nobody know that? Come on!
Wasn't that top song?
Anyone name me the top song 2008? 2008? Anyone? No. I'll make it easy for you guys.
Spice Girls.
Easy.
Yeah.
Name me the last 5 Heisman Trophy winner. Come on, you guys are football fans. Football. Oh, give me a break. 1, 5. Give me 5. All right, watch this. Give me the top 5 Nobel Prize winner for the last whatever 100 years. Just give me 5. Just give me 5. Obama. 1. Okay. Give me some.
Einstein.
Oprah 2? We got 2? Okay, watch it. All right, fine. Name me top 5 wealthiest people in the world right now.
Bill Gates.
Jason? One? He's top 5 in the world.
No.
No?
Bill Gates.
Anybody?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
All right, watch it.
Who's the guy you always talk about?
Last question, you get this right. Last question.
Warren Buffett.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Last question, you get this. Name me the Oscar winner for any 5.
Denzel Washington.
Natalie Portman.
There you go.
Dustin Hoffman.
Watch this now. Last one.
Jordan Lenoir.
Oscar.
Name me someone that cares about you.
Jesus.
Top 3 people.
Coach K.
Jesus.
Kennedy.
Name me someone you want to able to enjoy yourself with and have a good time. And you want to say, you know what?
Joe
I'll hang up with that person.
Edward.
Name me someone that you say, no, that person cares about you. Name me your favorite teacher that really cares when you're growing up. So I got this little quiz thing from our social minister. She passed it on to me. I'll finish with this. The people that care about you are all those relationships. They're most dear to you. It's not about who won the dunk contest. It's not about who's the smartest, who's the richest. It's going to be about all your relationships. I pray that you hold it dear. I pray that you're not be distracted. Let us pray.